Hey guys! So we're building a contemporary cabin today. This build fought me the whole time. I know I say that a lot, and I've discussed the fact that building is not like a natural talent in any way. It's just something that I enjoy, but I'm not very good in a 3D space. But this house started with an entirely different vibe. Like I was thinking like cabin, but like all of the amenities of home cabin. Like, you know, I was kind of thinking like up in the mountains of like, I keep saying like the Rockies, or like, I don't know, the specific place I was kind of thinking was like Spokane, Washington, not Spokane, Snoqualmie, good grief, my brain's ever today, Snoqualmie, Washington, like that kind of thing, where it's like, there's definitely like a distinct kind of like contemporary, I don't want to call it modern, but it's definitely not like the most traditional, and I fought with it, because originally I was like, well, we'll make it look more log cabin, and then it ended up more contemporary, which I like. And then I had this interesting idea for the second story. Well, I thought it was interesting. It ended up fighting me there too. Oop, we have a break here. That's gonna happen a lot. Unfortunately, this build got interrupted a lot because this build was happening during my last official week on my current project, and so I'm switching jobs, which is exciting. I'm very excited about the new job. But so there was a lot of me like stopping and answering texts, stopping and answering emails, stopping and answering, and I thought I had got them all out. I'm sure I missed several because while this build was in its initial edit, I do 2 edits because of nonsense like that, not catching it. I don't think I'd slept in like a really long time because it's very stressful to leave one job and go to another, even when the job is objectively, I think, going to be a better fit for me. I was really sad to leave my coworkers at my current job, that kind of thing, and so, or at my former job now as of recording this, because this build sat for it, after the kitchen frustrated me, it sat for a few days, and so when the rest of it was built, it came together a lot better because I was already off work. I've been off for about a week in between roles. Anyways, you don't need to know any of this. Point being, this build frustrated me, and I think some of it was projection, but there might be some weirdness that I might have missed, some dead air and stuff. As much as I try not to, I try to catch it. I don't always catch all of it. I also try really hard to like close my door and really focus hard and like put my phone elsewhere when I'm recording for a build. When I'm just building for goofing, like I don't care. But that didn't happen during this build, so there's a lot of distraction, a lot of weirdness in this build. The outside I think sticks to a vibe, the inside doesn't. I hate the upstairs. This is gonna be one of those builds that's gonna be ripe for a runo. Because like literally as I was building it, I was like, okay, I'm kind of committed now, but I can already see like where I would change this. And I know like it's The Sims, you could change it, but there's a point where you're like so committed, like with the kitchen, I want to change it. But like I had done that like 3 times already. 2 of them I think made it on camera. I think I cut the other ones out. Anyways, point being, eventually when we get to a point where I'm like, I'm gonna go run out old builds, this is gonna be one of them. This one and Grandma's house, and there was another one. I can't remember what it is. But anyways, this was part of the run too, where I was doing like all the builds happen separately, but I had a bunch of what I call abandoned builds, which is I don't want to deal with these, so I am ignoring that they exist in the world. I had a bunch of abandoned builds that I've been trying to like finish, just sit down and finish them, figure out, and I abandoned this one after the exterior. Also, I'm kind of mad. Side note, this has nothing to do with what I was talking about. I'll go back to it in a second. The windows in the bedroom piss me off in the final shots. They make me very, very mad because I had fixed them twice off camera, and when I went to take screenshots, they were all buggered up again, and I was so mad, but I was not going to jump into build mode and fix them again. But just know that the windows will probably like be stupid in the bedroom and you have to fix them. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, this was part of a string of, there's 4, 3 of them I got done, one's still sitting out there that I need to work on, although that's the one I'm most excited about, so I left it for last. There was 4 builds that I had abandoned because I'd lost the vision, and I just kind of forced myself to finish them. I was like, I'm starting to feel really crappy about myself because they're sitting there, which is stupid, it's a video game, but I was like, I need to finish these. So this was one, the park was one, which I don't know what order these are going on, and so you might have already seen the park, you might not. Crap, what was the other one? Oh, the church family. I didn't feel super crappy about them. I just really didn't want to edit them, so they got abandoned post-filming, pre-photos. Because I really like the way the, like, multiple photos in one shot thing works and like the life, like in-game photos. If you've seen any of my cast builds, you're probably starting to figure out what I'm talking about. I like those, but they're a pain in the butt. Lots of foliage. That seems to be my thing lately. Yeah, this was one where I was like, I just need to finish this. And this build had so much potential. It'll I don't think it's bad. I should clarify. I don't think it's a bad build. It's just not what I had in my head, and that's so frustrating. And I know some of it's the limitations of the game, right? Like, you can build anything in, like, AutoCAD or whatever, but the fun of it is the restraint of the game until it's not the fun of it, you know? But yeah, this one didn't turn out exactly how I had it in my head. But it's a cool build, and honestly, I think it's pretty functional. I hate the upstairs. I would redo the upstairs, and the kitchen isn't bad. I think the kitchen is very functional. I'm talking really fast too, sorry. Slow down a little bit. The kitchen is pretty functional. It's just not the vibe. But I didn't like the first iteration. And this last iteration isn't as bad as, like, I'm making it out in my head. In my head, it's significantly worse. Like, you know when you are, like, slightly imagining something warped? Also, the rooms are stupid, and I couldn't get the rooms to work. Like, I did so much off-camera work trying to fix it, and the rooms and the way you'll see them, this will make sense in a minute. The rooms and the way you'll see it, yeah, the game froze there. That one wasn't me. That was the game. I should have cut it out, but the game, like, the roofs, every time I touched the roofs there for a while, had a meltdown. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, the rooms, the actual, like, room system failed me hard. Failed me hard in this build, which was super annoying. But I like the vibe of the outside. I wish it had carried more on the inside. I think if you're looking at it from the front door, oh, I fought with roofs for forever. Sorry about the jerky camera, my goodness. This was me fighting with it really bad. And this video is sped up a little bit because, like I said, there was just so much footage, and some of it I didn't want to cut out. I removed that because I didn't realize it was floating. I do remove that. What was I saying? Oh, the right side of the downstairs, like if you're looking from the front door, that I think meets the vibe more of, like, contemporary cabin. The upstairs does not. Although I like the bathroom. I should clarify, the master bathroom, while I would probably change a lot of the swatches, yeah, you can see some of this is room fixing, because none of the walls would delete. And so I did, like, so much fussing about, and, like, the wallpaper gets all weird. Also, this is when I realized, that we do not have a stone, like a rustic fireplace. We have that brick one, but we don't have like a big stone, like a river stone or something fireplace, which you would think would have come with Granite Falls. But so I did try to build one, but it didn't come out, like, fantastically. And then this build prompted so much CC creation. It's not great, but I was like, I just want to see if I can do this. I can't. And then there was a part of me that was like, should I put that in the game? And I was like, no, it's your crappy self-made CC. At this point, you're like, I'm not good enough to be, like, putting that where people can see it. So I was like, no. No, but just know, in my version of the game, this was me trying to see if it, like, fit. See, and there's I'll notice the windows and fix them in a minute. Just know in my version of the game is what I was gonna say. The fireplaces are stone. Yeah, I thought about making it open too, and that didn't work. Apologies about the crazy camera, but you should see, like, that's what I was trying to do. The reason I left it in is because, first of all, it wasn't that bad sped up, but the staircase is outside of, like, the rooms of the home. It does not look that terrible. However, you do have to have move objects on or it'll disappear. But here's what I was talking about, or I thought, maybe we're not going to do it right now. I thought it was the first part of the build I did, though, because I was so excited about it. Anyways, the bathroom is open concept, which in real life would piss me off, but it looks kind of cool in The Sims. Here we go. You can see I was kind of trying to lay it out. So the sink is, like, outside in the bedroom, but, like, on the tile. I was trying to get it to kind of seem spa-like. I don't know if it read spa very well, but I like the way it turned out. I do think it turned out kind of cool. For a moment, I just must share that the green on that console is possibly my favorite green in the entire game. It is so pretty. And actually the blues on the wardrobes, those are the new, they're not CC items, they're CC creators in-game items, which is fantastic. And they're both so pretty. I love them so much. That came out midway through this build, just before I did the bedroom, and I was like, I must use, and I used them all over. Well, I used the console all over. The console is like possibly my favorite thing. All the CC stuff, well, not the in-game stuff made by CC creators, all of it was fantastic. I was so excited. Every single piece I was like, that is amazing. But the console might possibly very much be my favorite. And then this is the kitchen. Here's the deal. The layout, love. I think the layout is very functional, very cool. I love the little breakfast bar thing that you won't see right away, but it's coming. I love the open shelves. Don't think I like the cabinets or the color scheme. That's mostly what I want to fix. But I couldn't find something I liked better, if that makes sense. So it is what it is right now. Yeah, I started with a much more modern kitchen. It ends up going a lot more rustic. And that's the problem with this cabin, is it really fluctuates between two styles, neither of which is quite what I was going for. And that is unfortunate. It's a style I want to practice more because it literally is... I was gonna say it's something that I really like. It's not, it's just, it's what I grew up with in the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of this like, sort of like rustic, contemporary, lots of woods and stones, but also, you know, USBs on our outlets, kind of modern. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe I'm not making any sense, but that kind of thing. But I'm not super good at translating it into game, despite the fact that I really do like it quite a bit. I do wish we had more tile wallpapers, like backsplashy type wallpapers, and then matching non-backsplashy type wallpaper. Honestly, I think I've said it before, I wish we had wallpapers and then backsplashes. That would be cool. That would be very exciting to me. I know that would be a whole like game-changing thing, and I get why they wouldn't do that, but it would be pleasant. See, honestly, I think it's just the hinges on the like peninsula there. The island counters. I think it's just the hinges throwing me off. I don't know. I really don't know what throws me off about this kitchen, but it's not my favorite yet. And here's me trying to do more room fixing, and we give up. But I think the kitchen is a very usable design. In real life, it would drive me nuts to have the fridge that far from the stove, I think. Maybe not, but I feel like that would drive me nuts. My fridge is fairly close to my stove, and it facilitates a lot of like, oh crap moments where I need to add something very quickly. So it might drive me absolutely bonkers to have my stove that far away from my fridge. Oh yeah, this is me realizing that I never finished the bedroom because, like I said, this build kind of got abandoned several times. These are some more of those lovely creations, not the rug, but the table and chairs. In love with those chairs, and there's a console again, and in love with the table, and the flowers on the table are the new creation. Love that. This bookshelf and the other one I end up using drive me nuts. And there are so many places there could be slots that there just aren't. And I don't understand. I don't get it. And there's so many things that could slot in there, but don't. Also, this bookshelf and the other bookshelf, the one that goes here, for the record, they're gonna look vastly different in the screenshots. And that is because every time I loaded the game, they disappeared. Don't know why. Every time I loaded the game, both of those bookshelves disappeared. All of the like junk that I put on them stayed for the most part. That's not entirely true. Most of the junk stayed. So it wasn't like, oh, too many well, maybe it was. But I didn't think it was, oh, too many conflicting vectors. Plus I didn't put that much junk on there. But like, yeah, they disappeared a lot. It drove me nuts. And at one point I was like, do I need a bookshelf? But then it was just a blank wall. And I was like, what am I going to do with the blank wall? So there you go. This is the laundry/mud room, something that in real life I would love. I do have like a mud corner, which is pleasant. It kind of keeps things contained, but a mud room would be ideal. I've also put a backpack, which I know there's no like kids room in this house or no kids stuff in this house. It's not for a kid. I think I know the backpack is like kids stuff. But I'm a 24-year-old adult who still carries a backpack because I have so much junk to carry with me because I work remote. So I have to like have my laptop and my charger and my protector, cord, doohickey. The name just went in my head. That's what I'm looking for. I've looked at it as though it's going to help me. Surge protector, mouse and headphones and anything else I might need. And so like I still carry a backpack and I think they're highly functional because I can also carry like a first aid kit and food and like all this nonsense. So I put backpacks in a lot of my adult Sims homes because I think it's nice and that's what I would do. Like that's what I do. I have a backpack. I have a nice backpack that I carry everywhere. I do have like an adult purse, for like fancy events. And I do like occasionally carry just an over-the-shoulder little like pouch thing for my wallet and stuff. But I'm a big proponent of the backpack. I just never outgrew it when I graduated. The funny thing too, I'm still on my bandwagon. The funny thing too is a lot of my friends immediately after college were like, I sold my backpack or I donated my backpack or whatever. And I was like, that's great. I just held on to mine and never stopped using it. And then like 2 or 3 months on the road, I'd get messages and be like, so I bought a backpack. And I'm like, yeah, we're software engineers. You carry a laptop sometimes multiple laptops everywhere because you have your personal one because you don't want to do personal stuff and work stuff. I was like, you have to have a big bag, and I'm not a huge fan of the giant over-the-shoulder bag because like the backpack I can throw on my back and then forget about it. I can do like 90% of what I need to do with a backpack on my back. The only downside is most stores do not appreciate the using a backpack as a wallet thing, so you do need to have some form of wallet to be able to take out of your backpack. Because a lot of places are saying you're going to shoplift if you come in with a backpack, and that's super annoying. Did some orange rugs, did a couple of orange accents. I'm off my bandwagon now. Lots of candles. Oh, that's the annoying thing about these screenshots too. This build annoyed me, can you tell? I'm a little bitter about it. When we get to screenshots, as we will hear probably in a moment, you'll notice none of the dang lights work. They work from out here. You're right, ain't that pretty? Although that window's broken, I didn't notice it. That's annoying. And some of the lights work, and then you'll just notice that all of a sudden it's all lit by candlelight. I did edit these in order to make them brighter, so hopefully it's not too bad. You can see the lights. I have lights, but you'll notice most of it's candlelight, or the like hidden little cheat doohickeys. So, but here are the screenshots. I will leave you with them and catch back up with you in the end. Alright guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this build, and I will talk to y'all soon.